Hello everybody and welcome to another Battleground Games Live.
Here we are.
We're here. I'm Andrew.
I'm Amanda.
And welcome to our dining room, here where we play games every week. We used to do it from Battleground Games and Hobbies, and we will again one day. For those of you unfamiliar with Battleground Games and Hobbies is your friendly local game store in the greater Boston, Massachusetts area with 3 convenient locations. One up in Saugus on Route 1, just past the Red Roof Inn. One down in Norton by the Xfinity Center. And one midway between the two of them, which is the Abington location where we used to... Yeah, that's where I work. And it's where we used to stream from every Friday night. But when lockdown happened, we didn't want the stream to die, and we wanted to have a way that we could continue to hang out with our friends in the internet, so we started streaming from home. First from our living room in our old apartment, which was a cramped and difficult to work from space. But then, when we moved into this glorious new apartment, from our dining room with a much larger table, much more space to play games at, and we've been playing games mostly on Thursdays ever since.
Yep.
And we've played some fun stuff. Most recently, we've been playing a ton of Overboss, the new game from Brotherwise Games. That was so much fun.
That game is great.
Yeah.
That is a really fun game.
And we last week played Fallout Shelter, which is fun too. But we wanted to do some Magic the Gathering, because tomorrow is the start of the pre-release week for Strixhaven, the newest set of Magic the Gathering. And we haven't played any Magic on stream in a little while.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get a chance to actually noodle around with it. And I bounced some ideas off of Amanda. We have pre-release packs for Call Time that we never opened. So we could do a Call Time pre-release. We've got tons and tons of Magic cards. We've got... the new standard legal decks. I bought those. The Challenger decks. We have the Call Time Commander decks. So we have all sorts of options. But Amanda pointed out we have a whole bunch of Time Spiral Remastered that we have not opened yet. We've opened some.
Decadent.
We've opened some, and we've played around with it, and we haven't actually played with the cards. We've mostly just been looking at the cards and going, oh, so pretty, so good. We finally, after how many Masters sets, we finally got a Tarmogoyf. We opened a Tarmogoyf in one of our Time Spiral Remastered packs, so that was exciting. So we figured, let's do a draft, but there's only the two of us. How do you draft when there's only 2 people? Well, the answer is you do a Winchester draft, which is what we're going to do. So, and we'll walk you folks through this so that everybody knows how we're going to be doing it. We've each got 3 packs of Time Spiral Remastered, just like you would in a normal draft.
Yep.
We're going to crack those, and without looking at the cards, we're going to put them in a big pile and shuffle them up. And then... Excuse me. We're going to deal out the top 4 of the deck. And first player picks 1 from those top 4. Second player picks 1, and then you add more. And as you go through the rounds of the draft, because there's 4 piles, some of them will have more cards than others. So it's going to become an issue of, do you take that one card that you really, really want, or do you take a stack of more cards that might not be as important but will give you more options in your deck building? So this has the potential to end up with your final pile of cards at the end being fewer than you're used to in a regular draft, or more. One advantage for us is that we already own all the cards, so neither of us is drafting for value.
Yeah.
If we see a Goyf and we're not in green,
we can leave it.
We can leave it on the table and take it in a future round. Let it wheel for a bit or just sit on its stack. So yeah, we're going to... do you have anything to add, Amanda?
Not really.
Before we start cracking in? I set stuff up so that we can show off the cards as we open them or as we reveal them. So the first thing we need to do is very carefully, without accidentally seeing any of the cards, open up the packs.
Yep.
Take out the token and make a big pile and shuffle that up. Try and do it delicately because there's the potential for there to be like cards worth a few $100s in these packs.
So we're going to be careful with them.
Mostly, so for anybody, and I don't know who would not know this, but anybody who is not familiar with Time Spiral Remastered, Time Spiral was a Magic set that was released about 15 years ago?
Something like that.
And the theme of the set was that it was, the notion was that there were cards in the set from the future. They had time-shifted cards, so there were cards in the set that had a different border.
Totally different card frame. And a couple of them, I think, have shown up now in later
a bunch
sets.
of them have.
Yeah.
I think most of them have at this point.
The idea being that, like, these are cards that you'll see someday, but they're not out yet. Which made reference to mechanics that didn't exist yet.
Exactly. So one of the famous ones was the, what was it, the goblin that constructed things.
It's a rigger.
That's right. And it was like, it will, when it
rigs
plays.
The device.
Yeah.
And you're like,
what does that even mean?
what does that do?
What does it do? And we didn't find out for years and years and years.
Yeah, until the most recent unset.
Second
Most recent actual unset, but not the, like, unsealed set.
Right.
Because there was the set that came out that was basically, like, pre-built or semi-pre-built, and then there was the actual, like, draft set.
Exactly.
But yeah, they finally
Unsanctioned came out last year, and that was 5 30-card decks.
Right.
And you could sit down with a friend and choose 2 of them and blend them into a single 60-card deck and play around with that. Which Amanda and I did with peculiar results.
Yeah.
Because the deck that I was playing was doing ridiculous things like reversing the order of the turn.
He was like, I don't know what this does. And I was like, you did this to yourself.
Exactly. It's one of the quotes in the quote database.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah. So there were a number of cards in the original Time Spiral that were from the future. Time Spiral Remastered has a lot of the regular cards from the old Time Spiral set, and I think from the rest of that set. That block. But it also has cards from the past, which is, it wouldn't sound that exciting, but what they did is they took cards that have come out in the time between the release of Time Spiral and now and put them in the old card border. And they actually look really spectacular. And some of them are in foil, and those foil ones can be worth a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Amanda, how do you want to determine who will go first?
We could roll for it.
We could. Let me bring up... Oh, did I close it? I had the life tracker on my phone. So we're going to use for our life tracker the Mutility app, which you can get from the App Store. And it's a spectacularly adaptable application. And let's roll.
Okay.
Well, I got a 3 and you got a 1.
Okie dokie then, I guess you're going. Well, you get to pick.
You're right. I will choose to go first.
Cool.
Let's go to overhead cam here. So what I've got set up is these are the piles that we'll build. Just as placeholders, I've got planes.
Yeah.
Just so that we know where we're putting our cards. But we'll put our cards out on those. Hopefully the glare is not too bad for folks viewing the stream. And then I have a card over here where we can show things off in greater detail, because this is sort of zoomed in and out of focus a little bit. So let's see what our first 4 cards are.
Yeah.
We have Urborg Siphon Mage.
Okie dokie.
A human shapeshifter, because shapeshifters are a thing. We have Strength in Numbers, a very useful green instant.
Yeah.
We have Thick-Skinned Goblin, a goblin shaman. That's our first uncommon.
Yep.
Because these are just shuffled and random.
Yeah, it's like...
We don't know what we're going to see. And we have Corpulent Corpse. We're familiar with that. That is a zombie.
Okay.
If anybody in chat wants to see any of these cards in greater detail, just pop in chat and tell us. Throw some bits at us so that we know to look. And we can put them up on the freeze frame here. We've got some tokens. So I pick first.
Yep.
Well, you know me. I'm going to pick the zombie.
Of course. That seems...
So one thing about this format of draft is that we will always know what our opponent is drafting. So it has the potential to be a little bit more backstabby, because I know Amanda had mentioned she was interested in slivers. I might see a sliver and be like, oh, she's got too many slivers already. I have to grab that.
Yeah.
Unlike a regular draft where you can get signals from the people on either side of you, but you don't really know what colors they're in or what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so Amanda, you pick, and then we put out 4 more cards.
All right. I'm going to go with, let's see. Gosh.
Actually, let me double check, because maybe we put out 4 more cards now.
Yeah.
Before you pick. Because I want to make sure that we're doing this correct. I would feel really bad if I put you at a major disadvantage by doing it wrong. Okay, sorry. We do add 4 more. So here come the 4 more. So atop the goblin is a Haze of Rage, a red sorcery. So those are both red cards. That's nice.
Okay.
Atop the mage goes Llanowar Mentor, an elf shapeshifter. So that's 2 shapeshifters together there. That's interesting. Atop the Strength in Numbers, or actually we'll go over here. Atop there, in the empty spot, Cutthroat Ildal, a human rogue. And atop the Strength in Numbers, our first rare. It is a Summoner's Pact. It is a tutor. Costs 0. Search your library for a green creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 3 and 2 green. If you don't, you lose the game. So yes, it costs nothing, but...
You have to have the stuff to pay for it.
Exactly. You have to have the stuff to pay for it on the next turn, during your next upkeep. Unless you have some way of playing with that. All right, Amanda. So you get to pick a pile. And this is public information. If you need to look at the cards that are under any of the cards, you can absolutely do that. Exactly, Lobster. 1 stack of 1 and 3 stacks of 2. We have not seen any slivers yet. I would be shocked if we didn't have a ton of slivers in here. Like I said, we've opened some packs already, and we had one pack that had like 4 or 5 slivers in the single pack.
Yeah, it was gross. It was absolutely gross.
Remember, shapeshifters are slivers.
I know.
So if you end up building slivers, your shapeshifters are slivers.
I'm going to take these.
Okay. Cool. 4 more. Tendrils of Corruption. That's an instant. We have our first mana fixing. We have a Molten Slag Heap. We have our first sliver. It is Might Sliver, a green uncommon sliver. And we have more mana fixing, the Chromatic Star. So this is where things start to get interesting.
Yeah.
I'm in black at least, but I've only drafted 1 card. I could easily change. There's no reason for me to be locked in on anything. But I think I'd take the Chromatic Star.
Yeah, I think you do.
The Summoner's Pact and Strength in Numbers.
Yep.
Those go in my pile. And Amanda, new cards for you. Prodigal Pyromancer. Another uncommon. It's Tim, but smaller.
Yeah.
Thrill of the Hunt.
Okay.
Blade of the Sixth Pride. I think that's our first white card already. Oh, and Blade of the Sixth Pride. Well, I guess they're random.
Yeah, I guess so. Taking these.
She's taking the sliver.
Yep.
It's happening, folks. It's happening.
Forcing slivers.
All right, so now we have Momentary Blink. If you want that flicker deck. Deadly Grub. It's an insect. Premature Burial. And Magus of the Future is another rare. It's our second rare so far. So Magus of the Future is a human wizard for 2 and 3 blue, so 5. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. So it just basically makes your hand larger, but your opponent knows what you've got in your hand. Effectively.
Yeah.
All right. So what do I want? I think, what was in this stack? The Grub, the Thrill of the Hunt, and that Molten Slag Heap. This stack is that Momentary Blink, the Pyromancer, Tendrils of Corruption, Haze of Rage, and the Thick-Skinned Goblin. This is getting a big stack.
Yeah.
Magus of the Future and a Blade of the Sixth Pride, and that Premature Burial. Destroy target non-black creature that entered the battlefield since your last turn ended. That sorcery speed. Not the greatest removal in the universe. I think I take the big stack.
Okay.
It doesn't really have anything that I need, but it's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you may end up with like some useful utility cards out of there.
Uh-oh. Amanda, another sliver. That's a reflex sliver. Both of her slivers have been green if she takes that pile.
Yeah.
A Coal Stoker. An Errant Ephemeron. And a Keldon Halberdier, a human warrior. This is a fun way to do a 2-player draft. She took the sliver.
I did.
Guys, I'm in trouble. I need to really have a way to go around slivers. All right, we've got Assassinate, better removal at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
We have a Dream Stalker. It's an illusion. We have Might of Old Crosa. That's a classic card. And a Gorgon Recluse. So Gorgon Recluse has almost Death Touch. It's whenever Gorgon Recluse blocks or becomes blocked by a non-black creature, destroy that creature at the end of combat. So it doesn't actually have to do damage. It's not Death Touch, but it can kill non-black things. And it's got Madness. Madness! For 2 black, if I'm discarding it, I can put it into play instead. Yeah, okay, I'm on board with the Gorgon. I'll take that.
Go for it.
Sporloth Ancient. Tholid Germinator. Okay, we're into some fungus now.
Yeah.
Dirkwood Baloth. And Big Game Hunter. A human rebel assassin.
Oh, yeah, the Dreamstalker was the one that Graham was like, nope, hate that.
What's it do?
It's just the art.
Oh. Let me put it up on Still Store. It is kind of disturbing art. It looks like a Seth MacKinnon, though. Who is it? No. It's Brian Despain. But there's the art on that card that disturbed Graham.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's like a bloody monkey. Oh, you took your pick?
I did.
All right. Search for Tomorrow. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. That seems good. It's also got Suspend. Dark Withering. Destroys non-black creature, but is very expensive. Logic Knot. Definitely a good card. It's a delve card. And Green Seeker is an elf spell shaper. Not a shapeshifter, spell shaper. And she has a variation on looting. For green and tap, discard a card, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So that seems good if you're in green.
Yeah, that seems pretty decent.
Darn. This stack is getting pretty big.
Yeah, it's getting very large.
I think I'm going to take the Green Seeker, though.
Okay.
All right. For you, Amanda, Arcblade. It's just a quick burn.
Yeah.
Gossamer Phantasm. Uktabi Drake. It's a Drake. It has flying. 1 for a 2/1 with flying. And Echo.
Haste and Echo, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot going on that card. And a Homing Sliver.
Yeah, but I have no other red at the moment. It's in this pile.
Yeah. For somebody with an excellent memory, this could be an interesting format because you know what's in the pile and you know what your opponent's taken. Although I guess it's public information. You could ask your opponent.
Take that pile.
All right, it's yours. We have a Knight of Circe. We have a Mana Tithe. That is a nasty white counter. You don't often see white counters. A Sporloth Ancient. and a Lanoir Mentor. So I'm going to take this pile here.
Okay.
Now we have our first time-twisted card.
Ooh.
It is a Beast Whisperer, an Elf Druid. And let's show that off here to the folks watching it.
It's just so
Look at that.
pretty.
That is the old green card frame. Compare it with, just for comparison's sake, this Lanoir Mentor. There's what it would look like if it was in the current frame. And this is what it looks like in the old frame. It just looks cool. It's cool, y'all. We have Riddle of Lightning. Errant Ephemeron. We just had one of those. I don't know who ended up grabbing it. And a White Mane Lion. White Mane Lion is a lion with flash. Your pick. Or is it my pick? No, I just took this pile.
Yeah.
So it's your pick. All right. How are you feeling about your stuff so far?
Okay.
Ooh. Chat. Check it out.
Oh,
Panharmonicon.
It's an old frame Panharmonicon.
It's a darn good card to start with. That's still a popular card.
Yeah.
And there it is in the alternate frame. That was a Kaladesh card. Fortify. Skirk Shaman. And a Sedge Sliver. So I should be concerned now. Yeah. Amanda has a lot of slivers, but I don't want to pick just one thing. This pile is getting quite large.
Very large.
What all is in this pile of stuff? It's nothing that either of us really wants. Neither of us is really in blue or white. That Dark Withering is a ridiculously stupid way to get rid of something. It does have that Molten Slag heap at the bottom of it. Neither of us has picked from this pile.
No.
In
a while.
A while. I think I take the Panharmonicon.
I think
I'm
you
sorry,
do.
sweetie.
Yeah, no. You 100% take that.
All right. Next round. Uh-oh. Watcher Sliver. Watcher Sliver.
Oh, damn.
Coral Trickster. And Think Twice. I think everybody knows that Think Twice is a desirable card, even if it is in common. Just drawing a card with flashback. Who doesn't want to draw a card?
I mean, someone who's not in blue.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know what?
You're going to take the giant pile?
I'm going to take the giant pile because it's got a Watcher Sliver, and I think I could probably go green-white, maybe.
Maybe?
Now that I've got all these cards.
You have a lot of cards. Let's see, we have a Primal Plasma. It's a shapeshifter. Orcish Cannonade, which is fun. We have Grape Shot. Is either of us building Storm?
No.
And we have a Grinning Ignis. So it's my pick.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like I take this. Are you doing... I don't know. Neither of us is really in blue. Maybe I want to Think Twice, but I don't. Grr. I guess I'll take the Grape Shot. Who knows? I might have enough red to make Storm work. There's not much Storm going on yet, but who knows? All right, we're about halfway through. Maybe a little more than halfway through. Here we have a Tendrils of Corruption. A Salt-Crusted Step. That's more mana fixing, and it's in green-white. Another Salt-Crusted Step. Interesting coincidence there. And a Crookshaw Transmuter. It's a Bird Wizard. I play Bird Wizard.
I play Bird Wizard. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Wow, okay.
I feel like maybe Amanda has more cards than I do.
I mean, I took that gigantic pile.
That was a big pile. but there was probably only 2 cards you'll play in it.
Yeah, well,
Who knows?
Saugus.
That's how this draft works.
That's some mana fixing there. Or I could get another Watcher Sliver.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything I could do to stop that.
Yeah. I mean, you could have not taken the Grape Shot.
I could.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with this.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Spinneret Sliver. We're hitting the slivers now. Mana Tithe. Time Bender. And Blade of the Sixth Pride. We know we've seen a few of those come by.
What you taking?
I mean...
You gonna hate draft the Sliver?
I don't think so. I'm going to take the Orcish Cannonade, Mana Tithe, and Assault Crusted Steppe.
No, I was going to grab that Steppe, but then that Sliver came out.
All right. Dirkwood Baloth.
Another one.
Stone Cloaker. Infiltrator Ill Core. And Mass of Ghouls. It says it's a zombie warrior, but it says it's a mass. It's a vanilla 5/3 for 5 is what it is. I don't know how attractive that is, but it is a zombie. Maybe that helps me. I don't know.
Okay.
So I had a strategy, and I don't know if I've got a strategy anymore. I've got a lot of cards, but they don't really gel. All right. Another rare, Jaya Ballard.
Oh.
Task Mage. We have a alternate card, Beast Within.
For the Beast Within, your Beast Within.
A Greater Gargadon. That's another rare. 2 rares coming out in this round. And Rebuff the Wicked. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Okay.
No, mine.
Yours? Okay.
Right?
I took these 3. I
You
took the
those.
Orcish Cannonade,
Yes.
the Salt Crusted, and the Mana Tithe, which I thought were this pile.
I think it was, because, no.
And then you took
That's
whatever
true.
was there, which
Yeah.
was the Dirkwood Baloth.
Yeah, the Dirkwood Baloth and the Spinneret Sliver.
So it's my
It is
pick.
your turn, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take the Beast Within.
Okay.
Back to you. With a Hedron Archive alternate art. Or
Nice.
alternate border. A Haze of Rage. Our first foil, which is just a common Death Spore Thalid. And a Banishing Light.
Okay. There's another salt-crusted steppe there. Take those.
Okay. Erratic Mutation. We're almost to the bottom of the deck here. Veiling Oddity. Crook Claw Transmuter. And this is probably our final alternate border. A Ninja of the Deep Hours. I do like ninjutsu. Is it my pick?
It is your pick.
I'm not playing blue. Do I take... Oh, there's a sliver in this pile. Maybe I do take this pile.
Which sliver is in there?
The sedge sliver,
Oh, okay.
which was at the very bottom of it. I'm going to take this pile.
Okay.
All right. This is the second to last batch of cards. Another Mana Tithe. A Simian Spirit Guide. A Slaughter Pact. That's a rare. and a Children of Corliss.
Those are useless to me. I take those.
Okay. Final two.
Okay.
Infiltrator Ilkor and Dune Rider Outlaw. I'm going to take this pile with the Slaughter Pact.
Take the Children of Corliss.
I'll take these.
And I'll take this lone blue card.
All right. So now we get to move to deck building. And I'm going to switch views here. There we go. So that everybody can see our... So you're sorting by color?
Yeah, just to see what I ended up with, because I took that huge pile at one point.
Yeah. So I think I'm in 3 colors. So I hope I have enough mana fixing to do it. I think I'm in black. Well, I don't know. Maybe I keep red in? I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't love my white, but I've got a lot of it. I do love my green, though. I feel like I've got some good green. I was thinking maybe black, white, green, but maybe I go black, white, red. I definitely have to keep my black in because I need some removal to counter her slivers. I'm worried about those. Yeah, I think I'm almost definitely not going to keep my blue. Although I do love that Ninja of the Deep Hours. Been a fan of ninjutsu ever since the Plane Chase decks. That's where I first got to play with it. I actually don't have that much green. But I feel like the green I have is good ramp. I've got the most red of everything. Let's see what happens. See, I don't have as many cards as you, I think. Because you took a couple of big piles.
Yeah, I did.
Let's see what I've got here. I'm going to sort by mana cost. I'm going to count my Chromatic Star as a land even though it's not a land, and count my Panharmonicon as a land even though it's not a land. No, I'm not going to keep the Panharmonicon. It doesn't do what I thought it did. It's only good for artifact creatures. I don't have any artifact creatures. It's a good card, though. I should put it in a card sleeve. Because it's probably worth some money. I guess that's probably a $20 card, maybe more. Expensive Corpse. Tendrils. Is an instant. Big Game Hunter. My Gorgon is definitely a good card. There's my Massive Ghouls. There's my Slaughter Pact. There's my Summoner's Pact. I'm assuming that there's a Wheel of Pacts. I don't love this curve, but I did this to myself. I don't have anything with echoes, so the thick-skinned golem's ability doesn't help me at all. Suspect Amanda is playing slivers, so I'm not going to put a sliver. Well, maybe I put a sliver in, and then it gets everything, because these are time spiral slivers, which means it's not slivers on your side, it's all slivers.
Yeah.
So if she...
Message on screen?
Oh, a software update is required.
Oh boy.
Not now. Thanks. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Poodly boo. So I pulled that out. Take that out. Take out the corpse. I take out a Haze of Rage. So So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Did I miscount before? Oh, 22, 23. All right. Yes. All right, so 17 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. So let's go with 4 swamps.
Yeah, Battleground had a lot of these for a while. The squirrel riding the toad.
So let's do 5 swamps, 5 forests, and 7 mountains.
Yama, yama, yama.
How'd your deck build go?
I think it's okay. I don't love it.
Yeah?
I did as many slivers as I would have liked. But
you got a few slivers.
I did. Like, they're good. I just don't know if I have enough of them.
Well, we'll see what happens when we get into the playing. I'm going to sleeve that Ninja of the Dark Hours just because it's pretty and I want to keep it preserved. I'm going to sleeve up this deck. And then Amanda, do you want to play some Magic?
Yeah, sure.
So chat, I definitely fell into a trap in my deck build, which is I tried to build Storm with only a single Storm deck.
It's going to make that hard.
Only a single Storm card.
Yeah.
But I've got a whole bunch of different things I can cast for free. I've got stuff with Suspend. I've got the Pacts that I can cast for 0 as long as I don't care if I lose the next turn. We'll see. We'll see if this works in any way. I may not want my Sedge Sliver to be in the game. Because it'll pump your slivers too.
Yeah, it will.
We'll see what happens.
Like, you'll have one super sliver, but I'll have a whole bunch of super slivers.
Yeah. I may regret having
That's
that
a gamble.
in my deck. Yep.
It's a gamble, hon.
I don't have any shapeshifters who are also slivers. I think you must have grabbed all the shapeshifters.
I did. I think I only have one in my deck.
Yeah, I couldn't find your Seb McKinnon playmat. I don't know where it is.
It's around somewhere.
Yeah. Amanda has the Seb McKinnon
Eldraine.
Throne of Eldraine
So pretty.
splash art. Just so gorgeous. That's weird. I have a non-full art mountain in my full
Yeah, there are a
art.
bunch of non-full art lands in here, honey.
That's weird. Why'd I do that?
I don't know.
This is supposed to be my full art draft land
Yeah,
box.
well, it's not. There's a bunch of non-full art lands in there. Because I found a bunch. Because I have them in my deck now.
Okay. When we started playing Magic, or got back into Magic, I should say, it was during Innistrad. So it was just a little too late for us to play in Zendikar.
Yeah.
So we missed the full art, the original full art Zendikar lands. And as a result, full art lands have that sort of mythic appeal. Like, you remember back to during Innistrad, the elite players
having like all the fancy full art lands.
Exactly. Tough to shuffle with new sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of non-full art stuff in here.
I told you.
What was wrong with me? What was I thinking past me? Well, at the very least, we drafted enough cards for each of us to build a 40 card deck.
Yep.
We'll see how those decks play. Yes, both of us do pile shuffle.
Yeah.
Mostly to unclump the lands, because when you sleeve up, all your lands are in one place.
Yeah.
So it's good to unclump them, and then you clump them back up by shuffling.
Yep.
Do you want to re-roll, or shall I go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I mean, I got to draft first. Maybe it's fair that you get to go. You get to choose if you want to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Do you want to cut me?
Sure. Cutting into progressively smaller piles.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. All right, London Mulligan.
I will keep. Yeah, sure. I'll keep.
Sure, I'll try it. I'm on the draw.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Lands, go.
Are you playing with your lands in front? You monster. Forest, go.
Planes, go.
Okay.
I should not have capped.
Oh no. Well, I mean, to be fair, same. Mountain.
I mean, we're both in 3 colors, so it
Pass.
does rather make things difficult for us, huh?
Well, I mentioned at the beginning how unhappy I was with my.
Planes, go.
Oh, gracious.
One more planes and I'm in business.
Swamp.
Ooh. One of each.
Yeah, exactly. Turning cards sideways. Yeah, I'm going to search for tomorrow.
Go for it.
And I'm going to search for a mountain. And I'm going to put it onto the battlefield. It doesn't come in tapped, which is impressive. So, interesting side note. These cards say, you know, yada, 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 then shuffle your library. Apparently, Wizards has decided that that is not mandatory templating for cards anymore. Now, anytime you search, it's assumed in the rules of the game that you will shuffle your library after searching. Do you want to cut me?
Cut.
Thank you. And it's your turn. Actually, hang on. Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Another planes.
Yeah, you got 4 planes now.
Lets me play this. A Watcher Sliver.
Yeah, okay. Right now, what's it got?
All sliver creatures get +0/+2, so it's a 2/4.
Okay.
And go.
I'm going to play a forest. And... I'm going to tap all 5 and Arcblade deals 2 damage to your sliver.
So it took 2?
Yeah, isn't it?
It's a 2/4. All sliver creatures get +0/+2.
That doesn't do it then.
I assume it affects itself. Right?
Yes, it is a sliver, so it affects itself. That doesn't help me.
No.
Well, then instead, I'm going to tap 3 and suspend Arcblade. Do you have a die I can borrow? Thank you. I have a few dice in here.
Just a couple.
There. So it's got 3 time counters on it.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay. You know, I have other lands in here. They're not coming out. Another Watcher Sliver.
Okay, so now they're each a 2/6. Okay.
Yeah, they got big sliver butts.
Yeah. Combat?
I'm gonna hit you with the one that's not summoning sick.
Okay.
It's 2.
I take 2. Pew pew.
Go.
Okay. Come on, removal. Oh, tick that down during my upkeep. Gonna play a Summoner's Pact.
Do it.
Cost 0.
So what does it do?
Search your library for a green creature.
Okay.
Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. At the beginning of my next upkeep, I must pay 4, 2 and 2 green. If I don't, I lose the game.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to put a green seeker into my hand.
Okay.
You want to... So that's in my graveyard. I'm going to play that Green Seeker. And pass.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A forest.
A forest?
How thrilling. A spinneret sliver. All my slivers now have reach.
Okay. So they're all 2 6s with reach.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. It's happening.
Yeah. And I'm gonna...
Hit me for 4.
Yep.
No blocks.
Okay.
I'm at 14.
Okay.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Pay for my Summoner's Pact.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Okay, great. I'll play a mountain and pass.
Okay. Another forest. These guys on tap. I'll bring out a Thallid Germinator. At the beginning of my upkeep, I put a spore counter on it, and I can remove 3 spore counters from it to create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token, and I can sack a sapperling to give a target creature +1/+1 until end of turn.
Sounds nifty.
Yeah, it's great. And I will swing for 4 again.
Okay, I'll take 4.
Okay.
I'm at 10. I need to start doing stuff.
Yep.
Untap.
I mean,
Upkeep.
you're playing aggressive colors, so...
Yeah. So during my upkeep, my Arc Blade comes out.
Yep.
And I will cast it for free.
Yep.
Doing 2 damage to any target.
Okay.
So I'll do 2 damage to one of these 2 slivers.
Okay. It's a...
Yep, it's a 2/6.
It's a 4. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is resuspended now. With 3 time counters on it. So that's something that just keeps happening.
Okay.
I'm going to... Oh, darn. No, okay. Just have to order of operations here.
Gotcha.
That was upkeep. I haven't drawn yet, so I draw a card. Okay, I'm going to tap, use my Green Seeker, discard a card, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library.
Okay.
I'm going to discard Mountain and search my library for a Swamp and put that in my hand.
Uh-huh.
That was a Swamp, sorry. I should probably reveal it.
Uh-huh.
It was a Swamp. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. You want to cut me? Cool.
So slippery.
Then I will play that Swamp.
Okay. Which gives you 2 swamps.
Yep. And then
which
I'm
lets
going
you do
to
something.
Tap, tap, tap. My Gorgon Recluse.
Blech.
Is that what I want to do? No, I want to keep up 1 red. It is fun playing with cards we've never played with before.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tap that red to suspend a Keldon Harbidier. It has suspend 4.
Isn't it Halberdier?
Halberdier.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Okay.
Oh, I should have done the 2 to your Germinator. I was thinking
Yeah.
all your slivers got bigger at the bottom, but your Germinator didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
Oh, untap, upkeep, draw, upkeep. It says a spore counter on it.
Yes.
Drew. Okay. Pass.
Okay.
I don't want to attack into that Gorgon.
That's fair.
I got to deal with it first.
Yeah.
I mean, it would only take out one of them, but taking out one hurts them all.
It's true. That's how slivers work.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Okay. Upkeep. Keep forgetting my upkeep.
I better die for spores. I'm sure I do.
All right, I'm going to not do a lot of tricksy stuff. Tapping 2 for a Dune Rider Outlaw. Protection from green. At the beginning of each end step, if it dealt any damage to an opponent this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. But right now it's a 1/1.
Okay.
Pass. Bless you.
Thank you. All right.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Swamp. That's exciting.
Yeah, you've got 3 colors of mana now.
Oh, crap. I was going to do something at the end of your turn. Oh, well.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, well. So it goes.
Yeah, I made a mistake. You made a mistake.
Yep.
Evens out. And the baffle just came off your mic.
Oh, no. It's right there. Cover your ears, folks.
Okay,
All right.
we're back.
Yeah.
Amanda's allergic to magic cards.
Apparently. Yeah, that's annoying. All right, that's okay. Pay 1, and I have an Octavi Drake. It's got flying and haste and echo. And at the beginning of my upkeep, if it came under my control since the beginning of my last upkeep, I sack it unless I pay its echo cost.
Gotcha.
It has haste, so I was going to bring it out at the end of your next turn so that I would have it at the beginning of...
It doesn't have flash.
Oh, right. Haste means it can attack right now.
Yes, it can.
Right. Which...
I don't have anything that can block flying, unfortunately.
Yeah, I will swing with it.
Okay, I take 2.
2 in the air.
I'm down to 8. I gotta do something about your board.
It's a very big board.
Yeah.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep. It's down to 1. It's down to 2. Draw. Play a mountain. Pass.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep.
You gonna pay the echo cost, or are you gonna lose your Drake?
I'm gonna pay my echo cost. Okay. Draw.
So how do you use your Thalid to germinate things?
So I can remove 3 spore counters from it to make a 1/1 green sapperling creature token, and then I can sack a sapperling to give target creature +1/+1 until end of turn.
Do we have a sapperling token? We do.
Neat. Okay. So over here. I'm going to so this happens at when can I do this?
Does it have a colon?
Yes.
Instant speed.
Awesome. So
That
both
is an activated ability. Activated abilities are instant speed.
both the remove 3 spore counters and the sack are
Okay.
both instant speed.
Cool.
Okay. So I am going to attack with my Drake.
No
in the
blocks.
air. Okay. So here's how this is gonna go.
I'm not happy about this.
No, you shouldn't be. So I'm gonna remove 3 spore counters to create a sapperling.
Here's your sapperling.
Cool. Now I'm gonna sack that sapperling.
Mm-hmm.
This gets +1/+1, so it's now a 3/2.
3/2.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tap a forest to use Thrill of the Hunt on that. Target creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn. So it's now a 4/4.
All right, I have a response to that.
Okay, go for it.
Wasting a card, but strength and numbers. I am making this creature gain +X/+X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So now it's a 2/2.
Okay. This is in the air.
I know.
Okay.
Then,
Are you going to give it flying?
No, that would be awesome.
Are you going to fling it?
No.
Oh.
Grape shot.
Oh.
Do 1 damage to that, and then storm. Do another damage to that.
It's a 4/4.
What? No, that's on the stack.
Oh.
This is my response to that. I'm killing it before it
Gotcha.
hits.
Okay. Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, but I had to waste 2 spells
Yeah.
to kill 1 creature.
Still. Lost my Drake.
Yeah.
Oh, actually. No.
Uh-oh.
Counter target spell unless you pay more mana. Pay another mana.
I'll pay another mana.
Yeah.
Okay. White counters. You don't see those.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Okay.
All right.
That was combat. Second
Yeah.
name? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I stayed in the game for one more round by wasting the cool stuff I had in my hand.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. This time, my arc blade will do 2 damage
To the Germinator? Yeah, I figured that might happen.
It goes back on suspend. I like that arc blade. This loses 1. Storm count is 1. Not that it matters because I've already played my 1 storm card.
Yeah.
Draw. Crap. Oh, I lied.
Oh?
Yeah.
What'd you lie about?
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a lot of mana.
Yeah, it's not a lot of mana.
It's still...
Haze of Rage. So there's a couple things going on here. Haze of Rage. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn with Storm. So it's happening twice because Storm count is 1 from the Arc Blade.
Right.
And buyback. I paid an extra 2, so it goes back into my hand.
So you actually have 2 storm cards. Amazing. So
Haze
what
of
does
Rage.
it do? Sorry.
Okay, so it's making things stronger.
Okay.
+1/+0.
Okay.
So right now, all of my creatures have +2/+0. I cast it a second time. Storm count right now is 3. So they get +3/+0. So they've got +5/+0.
Okay.
All of my creatures.
Okay.
Combat.
Yeah. You gonna swing in with those?
Well, I'm going to swing in with my Outlaw
Uh-huh.
and my Gorgon.
That's gross.
So that's a 6/1 and a
7 something.
7/4. Oh, and this has protection from green.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna block that with that,
Okay.
which means I lose that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take that.
Okay, so you take 6.
Yeah.
My first damage to Amanda. And he gets a +1/+1 counter.
Neat.
I like that die.
Yeah. We should put it back in the talisman box.
We should. And pass.
Okay. Untap.
You still have a pair of 2 6s.
Yeah, I do. Well, no, they're 2 4s now. Or no, they are 2 6s.
Yeah, because you've got 2 of them and they're each buffing each other.
Assassinate.
Oh no, who are you assassinating?
I'm gonna assassinate that Dune Rider Outlaw.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't want him getting bigger.
Just flat out destroys him, right?
Yeah, it's just destroy target tapped creature.
Yeah. How long have you had that in your hand and you've been waiting for me to tap things?
Turn 1. Turn 1. Swing with one of my...
I'll take 2.
Yep.
I'm at 6. I have 6. You have 14.
Yep.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. upkeep. This ticks down to 2. My Halberdier comes out. Storm count is 1. Halberdier.
Halberd.
Okay.
It's the weapon that
Draw.
he's using.
No, I do not want to do that. Pass.
Okay.
I pass.
Okay. Neat. Pass.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
Untap.
if I
Upkeep, this ticks down to 1.
don't like your
Draw.
Gorgon.
I'll play a forest. Got lots of mana.
Yep, you sure do.
Pass.
Okay.
Okay. Upkeep. Arc Blade, one of them.
Yeah.
Takes 2.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back into suspend.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. I'll play a swamp. And I'll attack with my Halberdier. Halberdier. Actually, no. Why bother? Because you've got one guy who's not damaged.
Yeah, I do.
Crap.
I mean, you could. But
I could.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No point.
Okay.
Pass. I should have been arc blading you all this time instead of those guys.
Well, you weren't. Might Sliver.
Oh no.
All sliver creatures get +2/+2.
Oh no, that's not good.
So these are all now 4/8s.
Oh, this is painful. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those are 4/8s now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't want to attack into that Gorgon. I don't like it. The 2/4. I should have gotten rid of that instead of the other guy. Oh well. So it goes. Because yeah, I don't want to attack into it because you'll block and then I'll lose whatever sliver I have, right? Because that's what it does.
It doesn't even. It's not even death touch. It's
No,
just
it's
if it does
just
damage to a non-black
non-black
creature,
yeah.
destroy it at the end of combat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I will pass
Okay.
with my wall of
Giant slivers.
4/8s.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work. Oh, suspend goes down on this to 2. I am going to tap my Green Seeker, discard a card. I'm discarding Big Game Hunter. Uh-oh, Madness.
Madness!
It enters
So
the
you get it.
battlefield.
Yep.
If you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its Madness cost or put it into your graveyard.
And what does it do?
When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It can't be regenerated. I'm going to destroy your Might Sliver. Because its power is 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And now I'm going to search for a land and put it on the battlefield. I'll put a swamp on the battlefield. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay.
Do you want to cut me?
Nah.
Big Game Hunter is a 1/1.
Yeah.
It's good for destroying something. Sounds wet out.
Yeah.
I have to remember first thing in the morning to go out and empty the plants.
Yeah.
Because they will have filled up with water. I don't want them to drown.
Sure would be nice if I could draw more creatures.
I
have many.
Yes, many slivers.
I only have like 6 slivers.
Those 2 slivers buffing each other
Yeah,
is
they're
really
great.
making this hard on me.
Yeah, I know. I will pass the turn.
Okay.
I wish you wanted black.
This is down to 1. Draw. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Well, I'll make a 2/1.
Sure.
And
I mean, you can.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Sort of stalled right now.
Yeah. Pass.
Arcblade. This time I'm doing it to you.
Okay.
Take 2.
Yeah, sure.
It goes back on suspend. You are at 12. I am at 6.
Right.
Not super helpful. Grinning Ignis.
Okay.
I don't have anything else interesting I can do.
Yeah.
So just for the fun of it.
Yeah, swing out.
Oh, no, that doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap a red and return this to my hand.
Okay.
To add generic, 2 generic and 1 red. Or 2 colorless and 1 red. And then I'm going to cast Grinning Ignis again. Using the mana that it just put into my hand.
Just cause?
Just cause. So this is what it can do.
Yeah,
it builds your storm count.
It builds your storm up, yeah.
So for each red that I spend bouncing it back to my hand, I can cast it again. So my storm count is 2 now. I could get it up to, or 3 now.
That storm's gross.
Yeah, but I don't have, my 2 storm cards are in my grave. So I'll pass to you.
Maybe you have another storm card that you forgot about.
Maybe? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay.
I have drawn lands the past, 3 turns.
Yeah. You hit a pocket.
Yeah.
Well, it happens to both of us.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
I feel like neither of us has any
Yes.
problem casting anything that they draw at this point.
Yeah, it's just I'm not drawing anything good at the moment.
No, sorry.
I'm
All right.
drawing removal that doesn't work on black creatures. And that black creature is the one that's really pissing me off.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Beast Within on one of your slivers.
Okay.
Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 beast creature token. So you get a beast. Do we have a beast?
Oh, what a beast.
We did not happen to get a beast.
Just give me a card upside down. Okay.
Okay, that's a beast.
My sliver.
Yeah. So now that one is a 2/4 now. So I'm going to, oh, that's in my graveyard. I'm going to swing with my 4/1 with first strike. Uh-oh.
Response.
Stuff is happening.
Dark Withering. Destroy target non-black creature.
Okay. Pass.
Okay. Children of Corliss.
What do they do?
It's a 1/1, and I can sack it to gain life equal to the life I've lost this turn. So it negates.
Nifty trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nifty.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Okay. So my arc blade's going to go off now. I'm going to do the 2 to your children.
Oh, but my children.
Draw a card. Play a mountain. You have a 2/4 and you have a 3/3.
Yeah. You gave me the 3/3.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing with my Gorgon.
Okay. I will block with my beast.
Okay.
Cast Tendrils of Corruption.
Deals
Deals X damage to target creature, and I gain X life, where X is the number of swamps I control.
Okay. So you gain 2 life.
3.
Oh, okay. You gain 3 life. And the creatures trade.
Yep.
My Gorgon.
Yeah, well, you killed my slivers.
I will pass the turn.
I wanted that Gorgon out of there for so long.
I know. It's been stalling things.
Yeah.
It did its job.
Yeah. Deadly Grub. So
It's a grub.
Yes, it is. It has Vanishing 3. It enters the battlefield with 3 time counters on it, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I remove a time counter from it. When the last is removed, I sack it. if it dies and with no time counters on it, I create a 6/1 green insect creature token with Shroud.
Wow. That sounds bad for me since I have 6 life. Okay. Combat?
Yeah. I'm just going to pass for now.
Okay.
You have a wall. So.
I do have a wall. All right. Upkeep. Draw. Well, I hate to do it to you, sweetie.
Yeah, put me out of my misery.
No, but I'm going to kill your last sliver. I'm doing 5 damage to it with Tendrils of Corruption and gaining 5 life.
That's very sad.
6 life? 6 life. No, 5. Combat.
Yeah.
That thing is a...
It's a 3/1.
A 3/1.
Yeah.
So I'm going to swing out.
Yeah. What am I at right now?
You are at 15.
Okay.
And this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming at you right now.
I'll block the Grinning Ignis with my grub, so they trade.
Because
it's a 3/3. This is a 3/1.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I'll just tell you because I can at instant speed return it to my hand.
Oh, well, screw that. And I'll do the Goblin.
Okay. So take 4.
Yep.
You're at 11. Second main.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I don't regret this. Sedge Sliver. All sliver creatures have this creature gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp. So it's a 3/3. And pass.
I don't get to have slivers. You don't get to have slivers.
Ooh. What's it do? It's
Destroy target non-black creature that came in since my last turn.
Nice. Premature burial.
Yeah, you don't get that. You killed my last sliver. You don't get to have a sliver.
Goodbye, sliver. It's gone.
Damn right it is. Pass the turn.
Okay. This game has had a lot of swing to it.
Yeah.
I will play
Going on forever.
a forest and move to combat.
Yep.
Swing out. Ruh-roh.
White Mane Lion.
Flash.
I don't have any creatures to return to my hand, so.
Yeah. Oh, does it return itself?
I don't know. Does it? Is it out?
When it enters the battlefield.
Return a creature you control to its owner's hand. Does it bounce itself?
I think it bounces itself.
Never mind, I concede.
Okay.
I'm not
sorry.
drawing anything good, and I don't have any other creatures at the moment, so
Okay.
yeah. I'm not going to get enough of a board to withstand that another turn. Like, I'm not going to get enough with one card.
Yeah.
Because this is a mana tithe. So that doesn't help me.
Yeah.
Even remotely, you have too much mana for that to be useful. And my next card was a Fortify. Don't have creatures, so that doesn't help me. A Forest also doesn't help me. Mana Fixing doesn't help me. Llanowar Mentor, great, not helpful at the moment. Good, all my buffs. Yeah, love that. Love that. There's the Dirkwood Baloth. Would have been nice to have that earlier on in the game.
Well, that was
my Reflex Sliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you killed all my slivers. And the last card in my deck was Urborg. That lot of good he did me.
Sitting on the bottom of your deck the whole time?
Yeah, asshole. Not my favorite game. I don't love games that do swings like that because it takes forever. I don't like games that stall.
Yeah.
Like, I just start sitting here and being like, why am I playing Magic? I could be doing so many other things other than playing Magic. I'm sitting here not playing Magic because my board state stalled and your board state stalled. Like, I don't enjoy Magic when it's like when it's that slow as hell.
When it gets sloggy.
Yeah. It's not fun. It is.
But what do you think of these cards, though?
The cards are fun. I wish I had had more of, like, an actual deck. Because you were like, you have so many slivers. And I'm like, I really don't. I really don't. You may have thought I had a lot of slivers, but Andy, even if you count Urborg there as a sliver, you saw all but one of my slivers.
So I had that Sedge sliver stuck in my hand from, like, turn 3. And I was like, great. He would buff all her slivers. Yeah. That doesn't help me at all. Her slivers are already big.
Like, Andy, these are my slivers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I lucked into the big game hunter.
Yeah.
If I hadn't gotten that, I don't think I would have lasted too long against a wall of giant slivers. I think you had me at that moment, and I top-decked the big game hunter. And it just saved my skin at the last possible second.
It kicked my butt.
So that was really close, even if it didn't feel close.
That's haste, reach, +2/+2, +0/+2, +0/+2, and then this gets all of that if it comes out.
Yep. I wasn't playing flyers.
Yeah.
So the reach didn't really come into help. Things. Haste is not bad. Yeah. And it's not in red?
Nope. It's green.
Interesting. That's weird. There's definitely some weirdness in this set. Like the white counter and haste in green. Very strange.
Yeah. Slivers are weird.
Yeah, slivers are weird. And old slivers especially.
Yeah.
I'm not used to slivers that pump all slivers, not just your slivers.
What makes it risky to play slivers?
I think it was M13 that they changed that. That's when they switched over to slivers pump only your slivers, not everybody's.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't have quite enough slivers to make it like a sliver deck.
Yeah.
So then I had other cards that were basically like me hoping I could get enough removal and like get tokens out. I had a couple of like Saproling generators. They didn't, help me much because you got rid of one of them and the other one didn't come out.
Yeah, getting that the 2 damage thing early on in the game, and every evil. 3 turns, just doing 2 damage for free. That was
horrible.
Bonkers.
Yeah. But yeah.
And I did get to play with Storm, even if it didn't.
I think it's safe to say that I hate Storm. Hate it.
Yeah?
It's that, like, spiky, haha, gotcha sort of playing, and I hate it.
I feel like it's more...
It is definitely not more Johnny, because it's so simple in how it works.
But you have to have a way to get your storm count high enough for it to actually do its trick.
Spikes don't care. Once they know how it works...
Yeah.
It does ridiculous amounts of damage for very little effort once you have the deck built, and spikes don't build their own decks.
No, I guess that's true.
They net deck.
Yeah.
So they look for a good deck that has Storm, and then they put together a Storm deck, and then they laugh while their deck goes off, and their opponent is stuck sitting there going, "Oh, crap, Storm counts at what? At what?" Because that's what Spikes enjoy, is watching their opponent's faces fall.
Well.
Yeah, I don't like Storm. I think it's a gotcha sort of mechanic, and I don't like it.
Well, I'm glad we did get to play with these.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we got to open cards and
it was fun
play
playing
them.
Slivers. I just wish I had more Slivers to actually play with.
Yeah.
Like I said, you were like, you have so many Slivers. I was like, I don't.
5.
I don't have that many Slivers.
It felt like a lot. All right.
I'm sure it did. They didn't all, come out at once, and that's the trick.
Yeah. Well, thank you for separating out the full art lands from the non-full art lands.
Mm-hmm.
I'll return the non-full art lands to the land box at Battleground so that we have lands.
Yeah.
I think that's what we had planned for tonight.
Yeah, it's 9:17, so it's like...
Yeah, we definitely don't have time for another game.
No, we definitely do not. Neither do I want to play another game.
Swoovy, thanks for popping in. And Lobster of Revenge, it was good to see you. And Amanda will be reading another chapter of Melting Stones in just a few minutes. Well, in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Over at her channel, which is twitch.tv/MerrimanLion. And then tomorrow I have to go into Battleground early because it's probable that we'll be getting a giant shipment, and I need to receive it before we can open for Strixhaven Pre-Release Day. So we're going to say goodnight for now. I may do a short stream of painting tomorrow morning on my channel, but thank you everybody for joining us. I'm glad we got to play with some Time Spiral-y fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next week for a not magic something. We'll play something else.
Yeah.
We'll see you over on Amanda's channel probably. Have a pleasant evening, everybody. And thank you for joining us. Bye, all.